If you've been on the internet within the last year, I'm sure you've become painfully aware of the act of defining men into certain groups based on certain characteristics. Personally, I feel this push of ideology is nothing more than a huge money making scheme designed to take money from the incel, lonely, sad men of this world. Though I would say some of their advice is generally good, it's nothing more than stuff you should have known since you were 12. The main focus of their ideology is just brain dead opinions you would hear from a 13-year-old who thinks he's got life figured out. The one that I find particularly amusing would be the alpha males who preach getting money and having sex with a bunch of women as the key to fulfillment and happiness. Of course, not love and contentment, but learning manipulation tactics and getting women and getting people to sign up for a course on how to be a man. Here's the thing, if you need someone to teach you how to live your own life, you have a lot of self reflection to do. These guys don't care about you. You are just an untapped market to pull in for profit using social media. Now, I do have a lot of opinions on alpha males, but today we are going to be talking about the almighty Sigma male, who you may have seen some hilarious memes about. A Sigma male is defined as a man who is self reliant, assertive, and nonconformist. Sigma males are often described as lone wolves who enjoy their own company, are not afraid to make decisions, and are seen as charismatic and magnetic. They are also said to be rebellious leaders with lots of life experience. Now that sounds dope and all, but in reality, the only Sigma males I've seen are 30-year-olds who form their opinions on Reddit using different colored pills to make decisions. I want only to talk about one specific Sigma male, who I feel is the true Sigma male, and maybe the only Sigma even. His name is Marcus Aurelius. Now, who is Marcus Aurelius? He was an emperor of Rome that is known for also basically defining the philosophy of Stoicism with his post death discovered writings named the Meditations of Marcus Aurelius, which were extracted from his most raw thoughts. Instead of being written with the idea that it would be published for an audience, these are written in his private journal, only meant for his eyes. These writings are some of the most prolific takes on how to approach life and your thought process. And I think this way to approach your life is the actual Sigma that incels and YouTube masculinity gurus want you to believe they are. So to start this off, I'm going to first address some of his best writings and then show you how it relates to my ideal vision of a Sigma, and not the one that we are too familiar with today. The first topic of discussion, The Meditations of Marcus Aurelius, is a very helpful book in achieving a beautifully strong, mindful mindset for conquering your life, mind, and emotions. It outlines the epitome of practical logic and, of course, Stoicism. If read, you will quickly realize it isn't like most philosophy writings, as it is very direct and simple to follow. The main tenets of the ideology is discipline, kindness, and wisdom. And what makes it so effective is the consistency preached about forcing yourself to truly only do what makes the most logical sense. For example, a common saying from this book is it doesn't matter how challenging or hard of a time you're having in life it is. It only matters how you perceive and then respond to the challenge. If taken seriously and literally, the advice from this book is utterly life changing. Now, it is easier said than done, but the idea, though not implicitly said, is that the more you do this over time, your brain is hardwired to see things for only how they are and for you to operate exactly how you see fit, not letting your emotions and impulses control your body or mind. Now, take this idea of a sigma and put it up against the red pill sigmas like Andrew Tate, for example. He's the biggest one, so we'll just talk about him. Andrew Tate's idea of his ideal man is to manipulate and control your surrounding, let your complete primal urges take control, sleeping with any woman you want, and showing no commitment. Also, when you read through Aurelius's book, you hear of acts of kindness and discipline and how materials and status have no real value associated with being a truly strong and admirable man. Now take the other side with Andrew Tate, and I would say everything about him breeds status and material wealth, which is why he resonates with teenagers and young men. These men at that point in life do truly feel that these are the most important things, and in any other time would come to realize these things don't make a man. In this time, however, it is being fed to them that these are values to adopt. And look, I know it isn't easy when the consensus is to be a soy boy liberal who apologizes for being a man that so happens to exist. But rebelling against that doesn't mean we have to completely go to the other side. What I think the root problem is that young men like me rely too much on outside influence for building ideas and values, especially when either side is glamorized on the internet. The sober truth is to be an admirable man, at least in my eyes, is to stick to those core values of discipline, kindness, and wisdom. If you stuck to those, you would find out that Andrew Tate or Hassan Piker are both so up their own asses from being chronically online that neither of them are worth following when it comes to their ideals or values. And that goes for any content creator. We've gotten too far away from what the norm is. Too often now, the norm is to seek community from an online group where they co opt ideas and use that initial agreement to get you to co opt more ideas and fight against a common enemy. Truly, these enemies are really just online, where all the true radicals are. After reading this book, I thought to myself, what would Marcus Aurelius think about the red pill or blue pill? Which side would he fight for? And I realized he probably wouldn't know about either of them, because what is truly Sigma isn't to take up arms against an online bad guy, but to help better your community, forget opinions and politics, and be kind to anyone and everyone and continuing the search for wisdom and knowledge. After coming to that realization, I figured that it is easy enough. The best way to win the fight is to leave the fight and truly work on myself and my community, happiness and success, because at the end of the day, that's what will really impact me. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope I didn't come off like I was rambling there. Started riffing at the end, so that might be justified. I hope you're able to gather some insights and just be engaged and intrigued at the very least. Thank you, like, subscribe, and give me any criticism or say anything else you would like to say in the comments. Thank you so much.